Have you ever felt a pair of eyes watching you from the pitch-black darkness of a banyan tree? Tonight, we journey to the edge of an Indonesian village to uncover the legend of the Genduruwo. In the remote villages of Java, the atmosphere changes the moment the sun dips below the horizon. This is the Maghrib hour, a time when elders warn children to stay inside and lock their doors. They speak of a creature that isn't quite human and isn't quite a ghost. They call it Genduruwo. Standing over 10 feet tall, it is described as a massive, hairy humanoid with glowing red eyes. But its presence is often felt long before it is ever seen by the naked eye. Do you smell that? The sudden scent of roasted cassava wafting through the cool night air? In Javanese tradition, this sweet, starchy smell is the primary warning that a Genduruwo is near. Let's walk deeper into the woods, where the village lights become nothing but distant flickers. The forest at the edge of the village is silent. Even the crickets seem to have stopped their chirping. This silence is heavy. It's the kind of quiet that makes your ears ring with anticipation. Suddenly, a branch snaps. Too high up for a wild boar, too heavy for a monkey. You look up, but all you see is the dense foliage and the shifting shadows of the moon. Folklore says Genduruwo loves to inhabit old buildings, ruins, and particularly banyan trees. These creatures are said to be the manifestations of spirits who died under tragic or unfinished circumstances. They are not always malevolent, but they are known for their mischievous and often lecherous nature. Some stories tell of Genduruwo disguising themselves as humans to trick unsuspecting villagers. Imagine returning home and seeing your husband sitting on the porch, only to find the real one is still at work. This ability to shapeshift makes the Genduruwo one of the most psychologically terrifying spirits. Back in the forest, the temperature begins to drop. You can see your breath in the air. There's a sudden thud, like a heavy weight hitting the damp earth right behind you. You turn around, and for a fraction of a second, you see it. A wall of dark, matted fur. It's gone before you can scream. Only the smell of burnt cassava remains, stronger than ever. Local shamans, or dukins, say that Genduruwo are attracted to negative energy and deep grief. To keep them away, villagers often perform bersih desa, a ritual to cleanse the village of bad spirits. They use the smoke of specific incense to create a barrier that the Genduruwo cannot cross. But for those who live on the absolute edge of the village, the barrier is thin. Consider the story of Paka Goose, who lived by the river many years ago. He claimed a Genduruwo would sit on his roof every night, making the rafters groan under its weight. He could hear the creature's low, rhythmic breathing, a sound like a giant bellows. He was too afraid to look out, knowing that a single glance could curse his family. In the morning, he would find giant footprints in the mud around his home. Footprints that led straight into the river and disappeared. The Genduruwo is said to be a master of the elements, often associated with earth and water. It is believed they can control the very ground you walk on, making you lose your way in familiar woods. This getting lost phenomenon is common. Villagers call it being taken by the spirit. Usually, the victim is found days later, dazed and confused, often sitting atop a high tree branch. They remember nothing but a large, warm hand leading them into the dark. What is the true nature of these beings? Are they remnants of an ancient, forgotten species? Or are they purely psychological, a manifestation of our collective fear of the unknown wild? Science has no answer for the sightings that continue to this day. In the modern era, you'd think these stories would fade, but they only grow stronger. Even with electricity and streetlights, the shadows at the edge of the village remain deep. Let's return to our walk. The air has grown thick, almost hard to breathe. You hear a low growl. It's not from a dog. It's a sub-bass vibration that rattles your bones. Look there, between those two palms, a pair of glowing embers. They aren't embers. They are eyes, and they are blinking. The Genduruwo is standing perfectly still, watching you with ancient curiosity. Do not run. Folklore says running triggers their instinct to chase. Instead, look down. Show respect to the spirit of the land. Slowly, the red eyes begin to fade. The heavy pressure in the air lifts. The smell of roasted cassava is replaced by the scent of damp earth and night-blooming jasmine. You are safe for now, but you have been marked by the encounter. They say once you've seen a Genduruwo, you never look at the forest the same way again. Every rustle of leaves, every strange scent becomes a potential sign. It's a reminder that we are guests in a world that belongs to older things. In Java, the line between the physical and spiritual worlds is paper thin. This belief keeps the culture grounded in respect for nature and the unseen. Even today, university students and city workers return to their villages with stories. One student shared an account of a Genduruwo that haunted his dormitory, built on old village land. He would find his books moved and the sound of heavy footsteps on the roof at 3 a.m. He eventually had to call a local elder to perform a salamatan prayer. The activity stopped immediately. The spirit had been acknowledged and appeased. This shows that the Genduruwo is not just a monster, but a neighbor in a different dimension. But what happens if you offend one? The consequences can be dire. Those who disrespect the forest by littering or shouting often experience kesurupan, or possession. Their voice changes, and they speak in ancient dialects they shouldn't know. The Genduruwo uses them as a vessel to express its anger at the modern world's intrusion. As we walk back into the village center, the feeling of dread begins to fade. The sound of human laughter and the smell of frying rice bring us back to reality. But you cannot help but look back one last time at the dark tree line. It's still there, the shadow at the edge of the village, waiting. Is it a protector of the wild or a predator of the weak? Perhaps it is both. The legend of Genduruwo will continue as long as there are shadows in the night. Every culture has its giants, its boogeymen, its watchers in the dark. For the Javanese, the Genduruwo is a reality that shapes their daily lives. It teaches caution, respect, and the importance of community. As the night deepens, the village falls into a deep, uneasy sleep. Out there, in the banyan tree, a giant figure shifts its weight. It watches the village, a silent guardian or a patient hunter. Next time you smell roasted cassava where there is no kitchen, remember this story. And whatever you do, don't look up. The world is much larger and stranger than we can imagine. We hope you enjoyed this journey into the heart of Indonesian folklore. There are many more legends to tell, many more shadows to explore. From the kuntilanak in the trees to the Nyi Roro Kidul in the sea, Indonesia is a land of 10,000 mysteries. Stay curious, stay respectful, and most importantly, stay safe when you're at the edge of the village. The shadow is always there, even if you can't see it. Sleep well tonight, if you can. Did you enjoy this deep dive into the legend of Genduruwo? Let us know in the comments if you've ever had a strange encounter yourself. We love hearing your stories of the unexplained and the supernatural. The world is full of wonders, and we're just here to document them. Check out our other videos for more journeys into the world of folklore. Thank you for watching and supporting our channel. Keep your lanterns lit and your hearts brave. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.